So today I'm back at B Pump Ogikubo. Today my goal was to try to repeat all of the white tape problems that I have done, which is 5 of them. This is the next grade up from the last video. So Sankyu 3Q, which is rated, described as V3 to V4, but obviously that's not really the case. So it's a pretty big jump up because, okay, yeah. First, there's this one, which I forgot about last time. So this is one of the 4Q that I was supposed to do last time, but I just missed it somehow. And this one, I remember it was like kind of tricky. Took a few tries on my first time doing it, because some of these holds are like jugs and some of them are just very slopey and not jugs. Like this second last one I have here with my right hand is quite slopey, and the little crimp below it was pretty small, so that move, this problem, yeah, it's a little one of the harder ones for the grade. And yeah, so onto the white tapes. So yeah, my goal, repeat all 5 of the ones I've done before. I started with the easiest one, but after that the order's kind of random, or like I tried to be a little more strategic this time, because I think if I just did it in ascending order, I'd probably just be too tired by the end and possibly fail the last one. So that first one, that red one, that was actually my first flash of a white tape, and this one is the other one that I have flashed, but this one is a little harder, I think. And I remember actually it being quite desperate when I did flash it, so I wasn't that confident I would get it first try today. But the moves up till here felt pretty reasonable, and then here I did that move wrong, so I'll go back. So you can see, like, I'm going for this left hand, which is like an undercling that's kind of pointed the wrong way, and it's like above me. And this left foot is very slanted, so you can see when I kind of do a little bit of momentum to get to this left hand, and then my left foot comes off, and then I'm off. So I think what I was thinking is, like, maybe I have to go a little bit more statically, less momentum, because I think probably when I flashed this the first time, I was probably so tired that I couldn't even use momentum, so I probably just was forced to do it slowly, and that's probably like the correct way. Oh, and then this try, for some reason, I just missed the spot on that hold. So now I was kind of annoyed because that's like a decent amount of energy wasted, and so now my chances of doing all 5 of them today have gone down a little bit. Also, there's this hold here which I don't use because I just feel like it's easier. I mean, this crimp's like good enough, so yeah, it's kind of like a detour for me to use that one. Yeah, so here I tried to just go a little bit more slowly to this, and it ends up working out, but it is quite delicate, and I think other people would probably have to use a different beta, maybe like a high early foot or something. So this is actually the one I've spent the most tries on to do the first time, and but also it's the one I have the moves most dialed. So even though it's maybe one of the harder ones, since I've done it so much, I actually feel more confident on this one. So this move here to this hold, this is the first time I did it where it actually felt kind of easy. Usually it's like very, very hard and then like have a lot of swing, but somehow it felt good. And then this hold is pretty terrible, except at least they gave you this little thumb jib, which makes it not impossible. And then this hold's also very slopey and pretty bad. So that's definitely the crux, is like going with this right hand and going into this left hand. Well, yeah, so like right here, this move is the crux. You can see you have to be very particular to not... I actually did feel like there was a good chance my hand would slip off and like dry fire, but managed to hold it. So I was happy to get this one done first try today. And then this one, this is like the oldest one that I've done, so I didn't really remember exactly how to do... So I remember this move here being the thing that took me the most time to figure out the first time, because you have to go up here, you have this little press, and it's like the position isn't quite good enough to go statically, so I have to kind of use momentum. And then that time I just like barn doored a little bit too much and I couldn't hold on, but that was a pretty close... It was actually, yeah, like it felt pretty reasonable. I was a little worried about that move, but from that first try it seemed like, okay, it's not too bad, I should be able to do it. And then the first time I did this, I remember like that move took a little while to figure out, and then the rest I did first try. So I was thinking like, okay, yeah, I'll get this move and then I'll do the rest, it'll be easy. So here we go again. I didn't have to rest that long because it wasn't too tiring. And then I managed to like barely control the barn door there. And then to my surprise, actually the rest of the problem was quite hard. It's like starting from about here. So this foot I actually couldn't see until like from this position. I couldn't see it until I like moved my head, so I just luckily remembered it was there. Yeah. And then you get this little crimp, and then this little crimp, which you can kind of see, is actually really small. And so now at this point I'm like actually quite pumped and feeling like this last move is going to be pretty hard, because I saw that I'm going to have to commit quite hard. And then yeah, I managed to barely get it, but that move felt pretty close to the limit there, which could just be like a result of not being fully rested maybe. But yeah, so that now onto the last one. I saved this one for last because the first move is like a pretty tricky dyno, and I was expecting it to take quite a few attempts to figure it out again, because it didn't seem like something I could do that consistently. So I didn't want to like waste a lot of energy trying this dyno earlier in the session and then not be able to send the harder ones later. Yeah, so here for some reason I just like didn't I had like a light pump, like one of those times where you're kind of 20% pumped, but then you wait 5 minutes and it's like still there. So I definitely should have rested longer. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of trying to like figure out the move again. But after this dyno, the next move is also quite hard. And then after the second move, the third part's pretty easy. Yeah, so we have... It's my third try now, and that time I think maybe like my hand slipped a little bit as I was going. So I think I gave it a brush after this. Oh yeah, it's actually... Yeah, for some reason I didn't cut the video between attempts on this one. I just kind of let it roll. Yeah, so you can see I only rested for like 1 minute. Whatever. Ooh, okay. And then it looks like there's another try in this video. Maybe I... Oh, jeez. So I rested for like 20 seconds or something. That was definitely a bad idea, because even here, like, I'm feeling still there's a little... I'm not... definitely not fully rested, but I managed to do the move. But I think, like, at this point I realized, like, oh shit, I did the move, but I might be too tired to do the next move because I didn't rest long enough. But let's see. Big move. Oh, so I almost got there, but not quite. Yeah, so the second move is actually, for a lot of people, the second move is the crux. I find them kind of like equally difficult. But yeah, and then yeah, this guy probably could have kept going. It looks really close on the video, but it's actually like there's enough clearance, I think. But yeah, and then this time, so I did the dyno again 2 times in a row, but this time you can see, like, right when I go up, oh, my left foot completely slips there, so that sucked. And then I think after that I was like, okay, I'm getting tired now. I'm gonna actually do like a full rest and then give it one more try. And so this is my last try no matter what. So I did the dyno, and then I also brushed this foothold in between to make sure it wouldn't hopefully slip. And I managed to get that move. So yeah, after that the rest is pretty free, so happy I did that. So that's all 5 of the white tapes that I have done before. So maybe next time I'll try all the ones I haven't done, and at least like show some of the moves on them or something. But yeah, that's all.